And a lot of these items have been opened up for us. They relate to leather, they relate to textiles, rice, etc., etc. Your government did take a very important decision to give the 5 exporting sectors gas and electricity at a competitive rate, competing with our surrounding countries as to what they were getting. We are now doing that. So that I must say I'm very happy. Is the general situation getting better as far as our image of the country? The answer is definitely yes. We now have European countries that have removed all advisories on their nationals to come to Pakistan, and they've opened up the whole of Pakistan for them. British Airways has announced that they will be coming to Pakistan from June this year. And the delegation, the senior delegation from British Airways will be meeting me tomorrow to just iron out all the procedures and the processes at the airports when their crew arrives here. And I'm very happy that they will be coming, and inshallah they will be giving 3 flights a week to Islamabad. So that's the beginning. Immediately after this, we're now approaching other airlines that why not, if British Airways can find Pakistan a safe country, why not the rest of them? And I'm inshallah hopeful that this will be done. So much for so good so far. What are we going to do in the future? That is the main question. How are we going to get our industry to move in the future? Whatever the government has done up to now, I say, is not enough. We have to do more. And for that, I will look at your, whatever the points you have mentioned, and I would like to go and answer them point by point, so that I cover everything that you are saying. You talked about apathy of the government. Absolutely true. Myself as a businessman would vouch for that. Sheer apathy. Now it is your government. I am in the government not because I want to be a minister. I'm in the government because I represent you. You are in the cabinet, and I do try to get all your viewpoints across to the government, that businessmen are a very, very important sector of our society. And you've noticed that the Prime Minister is now talking that the businessmen must make profits, and profits by business people is good for the country. So that, please be rest assured, we will not tolerate any more apathy from any of the government authorities. You are always open at any time to consult me, and I'm not doing you a favor, it's just my duty to serve you. You talk about a level playing field. That is absolutely correct. The world is too integrated to not watch what our competing countries are doing, and I am going to be looking at the whole range of DLTL. So that is the next item on my agenda, and I will look at this to give you all a level playing field. We have dropped our duties. We will rationalize. I just mentioned to a group of people just now. Immediately starting in February, we will be looking at the whole custom book to make sure that all the wrong adjustments that were made in the past will now be corrected, and we will do it chapter by chapter. So by the time the June budget comes in, inshallah, we will have a very rationalized tariff structure with the right degree of cascading. So that's a big exercise that will be starting in a few days. Coupled with that, we're not happy. There's too many complaints of DTRE, the manufacturing bond, etc. All of that we're going to look at to bring it in, make it easy for businessmen to do their business in Pakistan. So you've given an example of the 150 bonds in manufacturing bonds in Bangladesh. I have assured them that we will look at the Bangladesh model and try to modify ours. So the ease of doing business and getting the full use of manufacturing bonds, etc., is available to our manufacturers and to our exporters. You talked about a leather council. I have absolutely no problem. Let us start that as soon as we can. No problems at all. I want to do this not only for leather. Each sector will have their own councils, and if there are subsectors to have their own, I have no issues, and whatever is to be done, I will get it done in the next few days. So that's not an issue. You talked of there are two very important things for all business people. One is ease of doing business, and the other is cost of doing business. On ease of doing business, Pakistan is ranked 136 in the world. Not acceptable at all. The Prime Minister has given us a target that we have to be under 100 by this time next year. So that's our target. And already some steps have been taken place. We had to complete some steps by the 31st of December. We got most of them done, not all of them. Most of them were done. And now the deadline for that has passed. The next deadline is the 31st of March. And inshallah, we've got to get the balance of the work done by 31st of March. That is the last step. After 31st of March, we cannot do any more changes. After that, it closes, and the World Bank will start their process of ranking countries. It's not going to be easy to get to 100, because every single country is now looking at this criteria. Everybody is trying to improve their ranking. I was just watching CNN the other day, and there was a minister from one of the African countries, and when he was asked, what are your major challenges, this was one of them, that we want to get higher in the ranking of ease of doing business. So we have a lot to do. On cost of doing business, as I just said, we've reduced the costs of electricity and gas, and we have a lot more to do. You've mentioned here about SRO 711. I will look at it. to see what can be done. It's interesting. I see the points that you have made. As far as the delay in the refund payment, sales tax, customs duty refunds, and DLTL, it's not acceptable at all. Now you notice in the mini budget that inshallah will be approved in a few days, we have put in there the promissory note. You will get your cash, 1/3 cash, 2/3 promissory notes, and once you've got the promissory note, it will have an interest rate of 10%, and you can keep it, earn the interest. You can use it as a collateral, or you can sell it to get your refund back. And after that, they have promised that the FBR has promised that by the 15th of February, after that, the whole cycle will be such that immediately on the receipt of your proceeds from exports, you will immediately get your refund and they will not be on it. I'm also myself pushing the FBR, and the system has to be in vogue by this 31st of March, simply because this is one of the conditions that will enable us to move up on the ranking of ease of doing business. So I've mentioned it to FBR that you're talking of 15th of February. I know you're going to delay it by a few days, but you cannot go beyond these days, because after March, if we don't do it, then our ranking will get affected next year. So that is something that we will do. Another big change that we're trying to bring in, and that is in our PSDP, the Annual Development Plan of the federal government. I have sat with our Planning Commission, and we've looked at all the items that are on the list, and we are now going to drastically change it. Yes, there is a need for a road to be built from, say, Tobitak Singh to some town. But is that more important for our country, or is there a effluent treatment plant to help the exports of our leather? I am pushing that forget those things. Let the provincial governments handle it. We will take the responsibility to put those things in place where our exports will go up. So I'm putting this thing before you that I will, inshallah, work on these things. Many